And welcome back, everyone. This is your boy FlyIsland guy. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff before you start watching the video, or as soon as you finish watching the video. It's up to you. So today we are back in Punta Cana. That's where we landed the last time, in the Dominican Republic. So today we are going to be doing a quick coast-to-coast cargo run. We're going to be carrying some ceramic goods over to a place called, I believe it's pronounced Mayaguez in Puerto Rico. So flight time, according to SimBrief, it's not long. I'm just trying to bring it up now. So the flight time is about 37 minutes. It's really only like 73 nautical miles or something like that. So should be a pretty quick one. So let's hop into the cockpit and let's get ourselves in the air. Flight plan has already been entered, and we are going to be going up to 9,000 feet today. It's going to be our cruising altitude. Boom, boom. Good stuff. Go ahead and set our altimeter. Weather today overall, I'm not going to bother bringing up the windy.com or anything like that today. Weather overall is pretty good. It's shouldn't have any issues with weather. I didn't see any kind of rain in the area or anything like that. So we should be good to go as far as that's concerned. But like all things related to FS 2020, what's expected and what actually happens will probably be two different things. Alright, so we got our fuel pumps on, beacon's good to go. Just want to make sure before we start it. Let's go ahead and fire up our starboard engine.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
And port engine. Engines are started. Already set our altimeter. So let's go props full. And just bring our engines to idle. Alright. Taxi lights can come on. Generators are on and good to go. That is pretty much it. So we're going to be departing runway 8 today. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little narrow taxiway that we took last time, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take that and we'll just take off halfway down runway 8. It doesn't make sense trying to go back and get all the way to the start of the runway and taxi. Although now I just realized I took a wrong turn and that's where we're heading anyway. So I'm literally watching where we're going on the map and they still take a wrong turn. Anyway, in general, I hope you guys enjoyed my last video. that one was a bit of a white knuckler for me. The landing over in the Faroe Islands. Make sure you go check that out. I was legitimately scared the whole flight. Well, not the whole flight, but especially the last portion when I realized that. Well, firstly, when it came back, realized that there was no sunlight at all. So it was an early morning takeoff. I thought by the time we get into the air and we come back, it will be a little bit of sunlight out. There was absolutely no sunlight. It was still pitch black. We had gotten down below like 5,000 feet. Still did not see the runway. We really would have been screwed. I would have had to like divert. I would have to check the flight plan and kind of see where we'd have to divert to, because Faroe Islands is literally in the middle of nowhere in the North Atlantic. So, but turned out alright in the end, and all's well that ended well. Alright. We are pretty good for takeoff here. I'm just going to take the opportunity to get our landing lights on. Strobes on as well. Alright. Let's take off. It does not take much to get this plane in the air. This is a 10,000 foot runway, and we did not need even a third of it. Beautiful day today here in Punta Cana. Pretty cool. It looks like a golf course right here. Very interesting. Very nice. So we're actually flying a departure today, the Mela 2W departure. Curious, I didn't check the weather here. Sea did look a little on the rougher side, but it's kind of hard to tell from this height now. So I'm gonna do a little bit of leaning out the mixture. Alright. So something that I learned, because I was trying to figure out like if like kind of leaning out the mixture was really implemented. So I was trying to understand how that worked, and so somebody basically, I looked it up, and basically it was all about the EGT, which is this gauge right here. So pretty much what you were doing is you were adjusting the mixture so that the EGT kind of peaks out. So you see right now when I move it around, so I'm just doing the left engine right now. As I adjust the mixture, the EGT will raise the lower. So what you're really looking for is a spot where the EGT kind of like peaks, and when you move it past that peak and it drops down, then you have to move it back up to that peak again. And at that point, you know that that's where you want to set your mixture for maximum performance. So yeah, oops. It's good to go now. Alright. I wouldn't say maximum performance, I'd say maximum fuel efficiency. There you go. Alright, so basically we're still flying our departure right now. Let's just take a look at where we're actually going today. Oh, it's the wrong window. There we go. So that's the map that I had up. So you pretty much left Punta Cana here. Right now we are flying our departure. This Mela 2W departure, I think. Yeah, that's Mela there. So once you complete that departure, we'll just be heading straight towards Mayaguez. And the name of the airport's the Eugenio Maria de Hostos Airport. I'll never pronounce that right. So the only thing I need to do right now is kind of plug in my arrival for the airport, or my approach. So actually there's no arrival, but we'll look at what I normally do is I come inside here, go to, pull up the charts and kind of just see what charts are available, and I'll just select an approach that makes sense. So right now we've been given runway 9. I'll just take the RNAV approach because it's going to be the easy out the two and more precise. So I'll go through this approach when we come back and we start our descent. But in the meantime, I'll come into our GPS and go procedures, select approach, and the RNAV 09 approach is already selected. And then we'll be doing the Yeti transition, which is pretty much the only option anyway. So select that. Enter. That's it. Ooh. So our approach is now in here, and we're good to go. What's interesting though is I chose the Yeti transition, but it just totally skipped it. Just said, just do just do the Zadev one. So it's gonna go Zadev to Wexic, and look at the approach. It's basically gonna skip this waypoint here, and it's gonna go straight to here. So not a big deal though. Well, that's fine. But anyway, this is just a really quick, hop over to Puerto Rico. So I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy this flight, and when I come back, we'll be starting our descent as always. So I'll talk to you guys when I get back. Cool. Peace. Welcome back, everybody. So funnily enough, I got super distracted, totally forgot how long this flight is, and we're basically right over our destination. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set 1500 feet, and we're gonna just basically go right down to the last waypoint. Alright, gonna take off nav mode, and let's go into heading hold mode. Turn back. There you go. Because we are pretty much, I don't know how I missed that. I don't know what I was getting at. I totally like spaced out, man. Back in the opposite direction. This is the airport we're supposed to be landing at right here. Definitely apologize for that, folks. I don't know what I was thinking. But I guess I haven't flown a flight this short in such a long time. Oh, stupid me. But anyways, here's the approach that we were supposed to be doing. Which is, as I mentioned before, we are going to be heading to the Wexic waypoint. That's where we were supposed to go, but unfortunately, like I realized when I kind of caught myself, you were already like halfway between Wexic and the airport. So in a sense, I've kind of gone missed, and we can either fly back to Yeti, or I might try and kind of make a turn and come back onto exit. We'll see. I might just ignore that and just go rogue and just try and land the plane, you know. But we're still pretty high right now, and I'm not really doing a quick descent to the airport, or sorry, our altitude, which is 1,500 feet. I don't know what I was thinking, man. Totally spaced out just now. Anyways, while we're descending, so as I mentioned before, we had 2 interesting flights on the channel before this, so make sure to go back and check it out. So the first one was from Key West in Florida to Freeport, Grand Bahama, and that was cool because it was just a beautiful landing, you know, really smooth. Cool approach as well, so that was awesome. And then the next flight after that was in the CJ4 from Reykjavik, Iceland, over to the Faroe Islands. That was a very nerve-wracking approach. I already hate doing like night flying as it is, and that was like night flying into an island, a not heavily populated island at that, so there wasn't a lot of ground lighting to work with to at least kind of give you an idea of, you know, kind of where you were. So then on top of that, the airport took forever to actually show up. So it was just pretty much pure nerves for me trying to get down, but you know, all was well that ended well. Ended up being a pretty cool flight. Alright, so good ways out now. I decided to try and slowly descend down to 1,500, and we're pretty much crossing the Wexig waypoint now. About to level off at 1,500. Alright. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make a left turn back towards 089. should have us heading kind of directly to the exit waypoint. And as is typical of morning lights, we have the sun directly in our eyes. I don't know why that always happens. So I'm gonna trigger approach mode, and I'm curious to see if we'll. What's going on here? Okay. Runway is right in front of us. Right here. And let's see if it captures the glide path. I'm hoping it will, but if not, then we have good visuals on the actual airport itself, so it shouldn't be a huge issue. This is an interesting position for the airport. Kind of surrounded by mountains. It's almost like in a little valley. So I think we've captured the glide path. And it looks like we start our descent towards the airport. Going to go full flaps and mixture full rich. I'm gonna back up a little bit too. One of our rare good performance days. So frame rates are super smooth right now. Ground textures are looking awesome as well. Get a little the right side. Nice view of town of Mayaguez. How to pronounce it. Beautiful. Alright, let's look forward. Ground as always. It's only a 4,000-foot runway. That's about 2,000 feet more than you actually need. to Mayaguez, ladies and gentlemen. I think the moral of the story here is don't try and go and use the bathroom and you may have a very short flight. Might not end well. Kind of looking, trying to find a place to park here. Cool. Beacons can come off. And
Engine off, time logged.
Engines off.
Flight is finished. It has been monitored by on air.
Awesome. Hopefully they didn't ding us for totally missing our approach. Anyways, folks. Let's forget to raise the flaps. 1 sec. Let's clear all that up. Flaps come up. Fuel pumps off. And there we go. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this flight. It was just a quick little flight, nothing too exciting. For me, it's a lot of times it's just all about the exploration of just places I haven't been to. So never heard about Mayaguez in Puerto Rico in my life, so it was cool to have a little fly into the area. Over here on FlyIsland Guy channel, the adventure never really stops, so we're gonna keep it going. Next video will be in a few days, so be sure to check back. As I said in the beginning, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And outside of that, stay safe, and most of all, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.